Consistent relapses will ruin your life. That's not some type of hook or clickbait title. It will legit ruin your life. And a lot of us are figuring out that the hard way. Sometimes I thought what I was doing was bad. And then I started speaking to a lot of you guys and I realized that there are a lot of people who have it worse. There are people out there right now, they can't stop 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Why is relapsing bad? Relapsing is horrible because you realize that you're putting your body in a state of recovery all of the time, which sounds good, but it's not good because most of the times when your body is in recovery, it needs certain vitamins, minerals, nutrients in order to bring it back up to balance, which is called homeostasis. Understand, most people do not follow balanced diets to where they're getting their body everything that it needs in order to reach that point. So what does that mean? It means that you are constantly in a fight or flight mode. You are constantly in survival mode. You are grasping at little scraps trying to make something come together. And when you are relapsing a ton, you are simply sinking yourself in a deeper and deeper and a deeper hole. This is why a lot of us feel that this thing is so hard. 1, because it's supposed to be hard. It is hard. But 2 is because you haven't even supplied your body exactly what it needs to make it easy for you. So let me give you a quick example. Before I dive into that, you guys know what time it is. It's that cardio time, baby. Let's get to it. So one of the things that, and I want to do more research on this, but from the small research that I did do, I found some amazing things. See, when you ejaculate, when you release, what happens is you're losing a very specific vitamin and mineral. You lose a lot, but one of the main ones that you lose is zinc. Now, so me being me, the questions I always ask is, okay, well, what happens if you're too much? What if you're going too much? What happens if you have a zinc deficiency? So right here, I have my computer and right here, I have my laptop. So if I'm looking over here, it's because I typed that in. What happens when you're zinc deficient? And what I found is amazing. And you guys are going to want to hear this. So check this out. So first things first, symptoms of a zinc deficiency: hair loss, skin and hair changes. I'm guessing that's for the worse. Eye problems, more infectious than usual. Wounds that take longer time to heal. A loss of taste and smell, which is insane, and diarrhea. Now, did you catch that? You guys know when you look up different benefit videos, some of the benefits that these guys list off, right? Have you guys been on retention and your eyes change? Remember that? We call it the glow. You guys ever been on retention and was it you recover faster, right? It's how all these things are linked. Because you have to realize we're not recovering faster. We're just in a state of balance. We reach the point where our body is supposed to be at homeostasis. Our body's an incredible machine, but if we don't supply our machine with the things that it needs, then it can't do its job. So if you got guys blowing seed, right? You're not only deficient in zinc, you're deficient in a lot of other things. And this doesn't even mix in other stuff like technology, right? How the fact that you need dopamine hits all of the time now. This doesn't mix in the fact that you probably don't get enough protein in the day. This doesn't mix in that you don't probably have enough magnesium, iron, potassium. Where are you guys getting this in your foods? What foods are you eating that you know are high in these items? The average person doesn't know. And so they're just eating whatever. So if you mix bad diet, wasting seed, vices, drinking, drugs, technology, right? You're mixing all of these things. There's no wonder your body, your life, everything is just going downhill. Retention is one thing. It's about trying to get to that point of homeostasis where you're doing your job of not getting rid of the resources that you need. But part 2 of that is making sure that other areas of your life is balanced as well. Most men have a vitamin D deficiency. You know why? Because they don't go outside and go for walks. I want to say, and double check me on this, I want to say that some windshields and windows are made specifically to block out vitamin D. Now, again, I could be wrong about that. Do your research. But I believe I read that somewhere. So if you're not getting, so you're in the car like, oh, I'm getting sunlight. It's like you're not even getting the vitamin D that you need. Going for walks, right? Getting that sunlight, getting that exercise, improving the cardiovascular system, making sure that you have all of the nutrients and proteins, the macros that you need in order for your body to start being this super machine that it is. When you start getting all these things right, you enter a space of homeostasis. You enter a state of balance. And that balance is so advanced that most of us say, look, I got powers. I got superpowers. When the reality is you've just been raised in such a messed up environment that you've never experienced true balance before, true peace before. And this is what I'm discovering now as when I travel to these different countries, I'm a completely different person, right? The last trip I went on, I was walking every day in the morning, walking every day, and they have public gyms. So I would go to the public gym. So I'm working out in the morning. I'm walking in the morning. I'm working out in the morning. Now, guess what? It was the morning, and the place where I went was very sunny. So it was sunlight all of the time, right? It's not a coincidence that during that time, my mood was changing for the better. My body was changing for the better. My cardio was changing for the better. I was recovering quickly. I was on my P's and Q's. I was having a wonderful time. And this is all a part of it. When you realize that you are the main person that's holding you back, you start making changes. So let's say that we've become weak. We slipped up, happens to all of us, and you relapse. What's the first thing that I would do? The first thing that I would do, like I said, is try to get back to that homeostasis as fast as possible. So what does that entail? One, of course, you have to stop looking at all the dirty things. You have to stop self-pleasuring, obviously. But two, I would focus on getting my vitamins and minerals in, magnesium, zinc, all of the others. Three, I would work on exercise, these cardiovascular. But I wouldn't do this inside. I'd focus on doing it outside. Okay, so I could get that vitamin D as well. Three, I'll work on heavy lifting. You want to promote the chemical cocktail in your body. You want to promote that to use it so that your body can utilize it to help you in the best way possible. There are some relapses where it's like, okay, I relapse, and then some guys go like this, and they relapse, 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 and they relapse. Where other guys, they relapse once, like, oh crap, and then they start recovering. You have to keep in mind and really be conscious of the flow of what your life is going, because a lot of you guys you're going relapse. You're going relapse, and you think things are going well, but you're really on a downward trend versus other guys who recover, relapse, relapse. And then some guys, of course, they don't relapse at all. It's been a long time. So for a lot of guys, they tell me, oh, bro, when I'm on this retention stuff, things don't work for me. I'm not getting all these benefits that guys are getting. It's probably because, one, your diet's messed up. Your exercise is messed up. You're not getting enough sunlight. There are so many different reasons why you're not being able to get the benefits. It is simply because you're relying on semen retention when the reality is you should be relying on yourself to make sure that you are getting the proper vitamins, nutrients, minerals, things of that nature. Now that I've done this research and stuff, I'm like, I'm like really into this. Like there was something I read. It was like, it takes anywhere from 60 to 70 days from start to finish for sperm to be created and matured. So it's like, bro, if you're not going on 60 to 70 day streaks, that means the homeostasis, the full maturity, you're not even at that level. That's where it starts. I know a lot of guys say that things start happening crazy for them after day 90. And it's like, yeah, that's when the spermicide, they have special names for it. I was like, that's when the spermicide starts getting spermicide. I feel like that's what kills sperm. That's when the sperm gets mature. And it's like, bro, the life that you're going to live at that point, if you have everything together, like you're really focused on yourself, I feel like that's where everything starts to crack. And so this is one of those things where I don't count days simply because I don't want to, if I'm the person who doesn't do it at all, why am I counting, But at the same time, it's like, I want to track it at least for the next 60 to 70 days. That way I can see these changes start to happen, because I want to know is there a point where it flips because of the sperm maturity? I want to know that. It could probably have happened and I wouldn't even notice it. I'm just like, oh, here's some more benefits. But I really want to like get in depth in it, especially as a person who talks to you guys about this. So if you're interested in that, if you guys are like, yeah, you want to see that, just go into the comments and type in 60 to 70 days. 60 to 70 days. And listen, if you made it this far, type in no relapse. No relapse. Like the video if you like the video. If you guys want a part 2 to this, put part 2 down in the comment below. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.